Hello everyone, this is Ironborn Gaming. We're going to be playing another day of Remnants, a hardcore survival game that is becoming one of my favorites. Now, today we're starting the day off at the beginning of the day, so hopefully we won't go through a night cycle in the video. Now, there are night cycles. There's health, food, thirst, there's cold, which I don't deal with anymore since I have some much better clothing. I got my radiation up to 70, by the way, by crafting this. In the last video, we finished upgrading the base to stone, which turned out really nice. I got the sheet metal doors on, put some more airlocks on, got the patio done so we can't see through the walls. We messed around with the plants a little bit. Got a little bit of tomatoes and potatoes growing. The hemp grew up a little bit. I'm not sure if these are full grown, but I did harvest one earlier. There we go. And they only gave 2 plant fibers, so not really worth unless they're not full grown maybe. Now when you plant a hemp seed, the little blue ghost image that pops up is much bigger than this one, so maybe they weren't full grown. Alright, so since the last video I wanted to go back to the desert and remove that extra sleeping bag I had out there at the rad town, just sitting out there by the vendor, because I learned that you can have a maximum of 5 sleeping bags. Now when I picked this up and placed it down, which you should always get in the habit of to reset your spawn point, it said that I have reached my maximum number of beds or spawn points, and do I wish to override? And I was like, what? And I did. Now what that does is it removes your oldest sleeping bag. You can see I only have 3 right now because I removed one by resetting it, and then I went down to the desert and actually removed one. So this is good because I needed spawn points at my small loot bases that we are going to be going to today. But since I went down to the desert, I was farming metal and stone and gold, trying to save up some gold for the vendor, and I was hitting some loot. I found a new loot spot down there that had some pretty high-end building stuff, which we will go visit that in maybe the next video, so stay tuned for that. But I found a new hammer. I found this stove, which we're gonna put this down because that is really cool. Keypads, more lockers, those are always welcomed. I found an actual workbench. I found an engine. Another alarm clock, another bed, those will come in handy. I found more lights, party lights, but most importantly I found some pliers, which are the wiring tools for electricity. Without those I couldn't do anything, or couldn't do any electrical. And then of course I found a blueprint for one of these. Really excited about this. I'm also going to mess around with this before we get started with the video today. I spent some time crafting those. They cost a little bit of metal frags. I have a ton and don't know what to use them for. Found a little bit more clothing. I found the blueprint for this and crafted it, which we're going to circle back to that. I've been finding a lot of guns off of crazies. I found an AK, the LR, the M16. I found some more, another MP5. The 5.56 is in short supply, so I might research that and have to craft that. Now that brings me to another point. The last video I tried to use a research kit on 1 gunpowder and it said I couldn't research it, so I was like, crap. Tried some other ways to figure out how to make it, couldn't do it. But then I found this in that loot place in the desert that I'll show you in the next video. So that's pretty cool. I also found actual C4. Found another signal, we'll use that. Save that for you guys. Probably research the C4. I think I know what to use those for in single player. What else? Here, let's just getting too many things going on. Let's get the supply signal going. These take a little while. Now let's figure out the stove because alright. Looks like it's gonna have a exhaust there. Probably just put this right here, right? Where's this exhaust now? Okay, so we want it out back like that. There we go. Maybe we should put it next to the wooden box. So we don't catch it on fire. I just want to save some room for those vaults right there. Or the cabinets. I don't know why I keep calling them vaults. There we go. Yeah, it goes through the wall. I actually think I heard about no fuel. Yeah, so I think you can put the cooking pot and grill in there. You can cook up some recipes. So we'll check that out in a little bit. Sounds like our airdrop is coming. Now these, I was actually measuring these out earlier. This is pretty exciting because this might be my railing that I've wanted. I'll do the first one like kind of like that maybe. Hopefully it's straight. Hopefully you can pick them back up too. Alright, that's a little bit out there. Might pick these up and readjust them, which is always a cool thing about games that allow you to do that. Here, we'll just set this one down and figure it out later. Just want to throw some seeds in this stuff. I'm pretty sure you can put quite a bit of plants in there. I have a lot of, I got a lot of corn seeds. Oh, yep, they take 3. They hold a lot more water. Hopefully I don't lag myself out with all this. I'm always worried about that in these newer games, is sometimes you might overdo something, not realize it's not optimized. But whatever, if we lag out our base, we'll just destroy some stuff and re-optimize it ourselves. Alright, so in this video I wanted to show you guys how I was doing the ring road loot run, because I noticed something else recently that kinda I didn't anticipate, and I think I left it down at the desert base because of this. My green key card that I found off that robot, which I've killed a bunch of robots since, and it seems that those are pretty rare. So I must have got really lucky first off with that. But I was back here in the Greenland doing the ring road loot run that I do, and coming across those crates trying to use, ooh, look at that, C4 and explosives. Huh, didn't even know that existed. Wonder if I'll need a blueprint for that to make C4. So I came across one of those loot crates that require the key card, and I tried to use it on it, and it said, the game actually said wrong key card. So that's like something that's built into the game, and I guess there's just gonna be multiple key cards and multiple biomes, or I don't know, like. So I guess we're gonna try to kill a lot of the robots today that we come across. I think there's about 3 or 4 in this ring road run that I do, and we're gonna kill them all. I found a pretty easy way to kill pretty much anything in this game. So let's look at the map. Shit, I'm gonna need some water. Can't wait to get a rain catcher. I'm gonna keep hitting that new loot spot I found in the desert that's giving me out these construction stuff, like the stove. I didn't even realize there was like higher end stuff. I thought I was kind of getting to the end because I wasn't finding anything around here. Like I was doing these, I'll show you on the map. It'd be a lot easier to understand. Okay, so this is where we're at, and this is what I mean by the ring road. Now, I guess that's a ring road too, but then you have the tunnel and the cliff that is like impassable, so I don't mess with that. Now, there's a loot town here that has pretty intense radiation bubble, and I have a base here. Now, I've been calling this one the military base. It doesn't seem to be named. This one is like Cliff Town, and I have a base here. This has like a kind of like a medium radiation bubble, and then right around here I think there's a very small one, Rad Town. I call that the school. It seems to give out pretty good blueprints though, as far as like construction stuff, like stone and tin blueprints. The radiation bubble's huge, but it's very weak radiation, so you don't really have to worry about it. And then there's also a pretty intense radiation bubble here at this one. I call this one the factory, and I also have a base here. So I have 3 bases out here, and there's only a bed down here. So I'm going to put 2 more beds out here when I go out here, and I'm just going to run this ring road, which I'm going to cut out. So first we'll run up here, we'll stop at this little base, and then I'll do this rad town, which I'm kind of low on rad pills, so this is going to be kind of tough, but we're going to start this run here, and you'll see us back at that base. Alright, so the first rad town on the ring road journey that we're on is actually not on the ring road. It's the military rad town back there, but this is what's on the ring road. There's no loot in that. I built up to it just to check, and here we'll look at the map to show you. See, we are on that ring road, and now we need to go off of it up to here. And this is where I built a little base up pretty intense, even with my rad gear that I have. It is in this other biome here, and this biome is actually where I'm getting the aloe from. It's still kind of rare, but yeah, you get like about 5. So I built a little small base. It's still stick. We should probably upgrade it. I actually was thinking about building like a centralized base to cover all 3 of these bases. I'll show you what I'm talking about on the map. Alright, so before we run in this rad town, let's just put up everything so we have a nice big inventory. So we need it in here. Okay, good. I like a nice clean loot base. So we're not going to need our gun. I don't think there's mobs in here. So this rad town has pretty intense radiation. It seems in the middle and towards the back. There's a building over here that's outside the radiation. Okay, there are bears. Okay, yeah, there's a few mobs on this back side over here. I don't think there's any like inside the place though. So you got this building here without the radiation. Oh, and by the way, the shotgun is OP. Not only do I have an insane amount of ammo for it, but yeah, it does an insane amount of damage. I think it's kind of broken actually. It does 94 damage, but I think that's like per pellet, and it doesn't have like a fade off damage as like going to a distance. See, I shot that wolf at a pretty good distance, and it's one shot, you know. You can one shot crazies, one shot bears. And it has conditional loading too, which is really nice since it has that slow load speed. But you know, look at that distance that you can just one tap. Crazy. Alright, so we're gonna go in the radiation now. I think there might be. I'm not too familiar with this one. I don't know if we're gonna be able to loot the whole thing. I know the radiation is kind of weaker on this side. I think in the back, by that smokestack, is where it's the strongest. So you can typically do these without using rad pills. I think you can jump in these things and get loot, but I ain't trying to do that. This looks like garbage bags. But see, I'm almost at 200. I could run out right now, but we're gonna take some rad pills and keep looting. You could run out and just let it wear off, come back in, try to loot another section. Wow, we got radiation, we got thunder. I hope you guys can even hear me. Alright, we're gonna run out and save some rad pills. Just kind of let the radiation wear off. Yeah, right here we should. We're gonna just move on to the next rad town here, which is Cliff Town. So I'm gonna run along the road. Alright, so my rads just dropped off a little bit ago. And we are just coming up to Cliff Town, or Cliffside Town, I can never remember. But coming from this route, if I do the route counterclockwise, or no, clockwise, I have to go through this town the other way, and my base is on this side of the town, so doing it counterclockwise, yeah, I can hit this base first, which is kind of nice. This is the one that the robot actually destroyed. It's built pretty close to the town, which kind of sucks, but we're just gonna unload everything and go in there and loot the town real quick. This is also a reason it's kind of cool to have maybe these 3 loot bases that I'm showing you, because now I have a sleeping bag and a marker on my compass at all 3, meaning that I can kind of take a shortcut. I don't have to follow the ring road, like the actual road. I can just cut across. So I can look at these things on my compass, and I kind of can figure out where the next one is, and I can just take a shortcut to my loot bases into the rad zones that I want to loot. So you can see, like, the ring road taking this thing all the way like this. You can just go from this base straight like that to this base, and then from this base straight to this one, instead of following that little extra ring road. But you need the markers at your compass there to even be able to figure that out. Now there's a robot I didn't do on the last one, but then there's a robot spawn here also. And we're gonna kill this one because he destroyed my base when I first started playing this game. And that's not very nice. And now I have a shotgun. So this rad bubble's kind of big, but the rads aren't intense. So you don't really take like a ton. Not like some of the other rad towns. Like the military one and the factory that I'll be showing you guys. So you do take a little bit of rads using the shotgun, and I guess you could do it a little, like, try to back up, shoot. You could probably take them down without taking rads, but I just take a little bit of rads, get close, and it doesn't take many shots with the shotgun. And then the rads stop, so the shotgun is payback. As you can see, you can get those 3 metal plates you need from killing these guys. So there's one of those robots here. There's one at the last rad town, and there's one along the way to the next one, but I don't think there is one at the next one. I don't think there's any mobs at the next one, actually, which is the one I call the factory. It's the one down south. Let's go in here and see if we can find some blueprints for building, because they were giving me that every time I'd come through these places, and now they're not, so I don't know. It does seem like the loot tables kind of change from time to time, maybe. I don't know. I'm like getting new blueprints that I've never got before, and I'm getting them from some of the same places that I've been looting, so I don't know, maybe my level, like my character level, is affecting this. Affecting how much loot I get, the type of loot, the tier of loot. Refrigerators. These are always gold. That's where you're going to find your radiation pills. I think you can loot that, maybe? No. Check upstairs. I'm most always gonna just see the loot box. A lot of them are just cardboard loot boxes at these rad towns that we're going to. The factory and the military base have better than cardboard, but this is a cardboard. Pretty much everything in here is going to be cardboard loot, which I'm not sure if that's tiered or something, but yeah, I guess it is, because the guns and stuff always come out of those long boxes. But I guess there can be good stuff in cardboard loot too. I get those. I have found schematics here. I don't know why I'm not finding any now. I don't want to be using a bunch of rad pills in this place if it's not going to give me anything. Refrigerator. Rad pills, yeah. See, that can kind of make up for it. The gas stations and stuff down the desert are usually loaded with rad pills if you check those little food boxes. But in here, in the Greenland, the only things I found are refrigerators, so check houses for refrigerators. That's how you're gonna do a lot more looting, is by using rad pills. And you can kind of manage it, and oh, that was the last one. I probably should have just ran out of here. Loot a little bit more. Let it get up to like 200. I got a visitor. You guys aren't going to give me any loot because I'm recording, huh? Alright, we'll do one more. And then we should be at 200. Refrigerator. There it is. 2. Can't loot that. You can recycle those, but recycle option is like an extra step. I wish that would loot. Sometimes those won't loot because we need to get out of here. See, I'm hitting the button, but take that bed. I'm gonna run out of here without using rad pills. I'd rather use med kits. I have a lot of med kits. That's a good box. We're gonna loot that. We're gonna loot that box right back there. That was one of the better ones you can get out of these rad towns. I don't know what some of this crap is. have a lot of it. Blueprints probably could be thrown. That could be thrown. Could be thrown. This can actually be scrapped. I don't know if these can be. No, I have a bunch of those. Alright. This. Just drop it. We'll drop this. Look, we got more here. We're at 200. We're gonna take some damage for it. I'm impatient. See, we got our schematic. So maybe you just gotta come across those special looking loot boxes there. That one definitely looked a little different. And definitely bring your mining pick. There's tons of rocks to mine. There's a little pharmacy out here that's outside the rads. Get some rad pills. Now these things, I found out you can just drink straight out of these. If you don't have the empty water bottles to fill up, you can just drink out of this. There's just a little bit of a cooldown. So we can get our thirst up every time you come across one of those. And thirst is becoming less and less of a problem. Maybe not jackpot, but hey. Alright, and that's the pharmacy. And now we're going to follow this road, but now I have a pointer to the next base, so instead of following... Actually, I'm going to follow this road because there is a robot on this road, and we're trying to farm robots in this video to try and get a key card. I could cut across here. If you look at my compass, that base right there is pretty much one of those bases there will pop up with numbers eventually, and that will be the next loot base that we're running to. This is just a small POI back there. I don't even think there's loot back there. Alright, so this rad town's along the way also. I forgot about this one. I don't usually loot this one. The first time I ran through here, there was zero loot. It was all like ghost loot. So, this one is right here. There might actually be a robot here too. We're gonna look for a gas mask. Can we just scrap stuff? Take that. Can we take that thing too? Here, can we scrap this? Can't scrap these even though there's an option. Scrap that. Alright, so I was actually just looking, and there is a robot spawn here at the first one we went to, and I forgot to look for it. But then we went here and killed the robot, and I was looking. This is actually a different biome. So those might be separate robots. Now, there is a robot somewhere. I think it's out here somewhere. And I'm going to look around for one here also. Looks like it's getting nighttime, which sucks. I was wanting to do this all in one video. I'm taking too much time doing stuff. I don't usually use this gun here, but I bring it just to have the zoom, because the holos are so nice for that. I don't see a robot there. So many mineable rocks along this ring road. You should definitely bring a mining pick and farm that. Again, I'm not, because I'm trying to save time for the videos. See, last time I went through here, there was zero loot. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. See, like this. Nothing. Got the pallets. No loot. Pallets, 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 no loot. I got 100 rads. We can check out a little bit more. No loot. Yeah, I don't get that. So, this is the second time I've actually gone in here and got no loot. I don't see a robot. That kind of sucks. least hoping for that. Oh, it looks like I found... Okay. Looks like I found one of those robots. Get up out of the rads. Alright, so this one's a lot closer to the next base than I realized, which is why I couldn't find it in the map. The next base we're going to is 300 meters that way. And you see this robot, he's green. He looks different. He is giving me some rads, man. Holy shit. Still giving me rads. Probably shouldn't have reloaded there. So we're just kite him to the next base. It does take a little bit of kiting. Alright. Here we go. Really? Where's my robot? Alright, my robot disappeared. Here, I guess we'll eat a bunch of rad pills so we can go find him. That's really annoying. There he is. Take many shots to kill him, but it can be pretty annoying when you're in radiation. Let's go check that crazy real quick. And I'll hop over to this loot base that's 300 meters away. So that's the only green robot that I know about, which really sucks. I'm definitely going to be farming him for a key card because this is where I see a lot of crates is in this green area. I don't know if that's because I'm here a lot. Alright, so we got to the last base here. It is getting dark, which kind of bites. This was, I think, my actual starter base because there are no mobs here. I think this is when I still had the foliage turned on. So again, this is a good reason to make one of these. Ooh, metal window bars. I don't have that. You can depot, but you can also combine, you know, so stuff you left here from the last run, you might be able to get it on this run, or you know, if you have too much this run, you can just leave it here for the next run. Ready? Now this rad town is some pretty intense rads. There's no mobs in here, so I'm not too worried. I can run around with my flashlight out instead of my gun. This is another reason I like this gun. It does take the flashlight, so it's good for doing stuff where you might be out at nighttime and have to kill a crazy. Trying to aim at mobs without a flashlight is pretty damn hard. Crouching can help, especially those little desert rats that are always nipping at your ankles. So this gets really intense here in the middle, pretty much right over here where I'm running. See, my rads are jumping up pretty quick, but we're getting a lot of these military crates, a lot of ammo. Take a couple of rads. There's a box up here sometimes. It's a little tricky to get to. Let me loot that, please. And I think you can go back here and the rads will fall off a little bit. Let's see. Now, that looks like something might be there, but nothing ever is. You can go upstairs. Can't get that. There's 2 up here. And then you can just jump down. I don't think I take fall damage. Got 200 again. Come out to this outside where it fades off pretty good. And there's a scrap pile there you can mine. You need scrap metal. Where's the next bit of loot? There's a door right here. That looks like one of those safes. I'm hoping I can find one. This was I found one here last time. It's like a locked loot crate, and I'm not sure exactly what you gotta do to open that. You can see we're already out of rad pills, but I come in here with like 14. So we gotta head out or we're gonna die. That's where the vault was last time, so it's not there anymore. Alright. I just have to use a med kit. One more. Can't even loot it. Right, so we'll just run out the backside. The big thing with these rad towns is, learn where the exits are. You can get the F out when you need to. Oh, what is this over here? Another robot. Nice. So I didn't think there was mob spawns here, but apparently there are. Now I'm at 300 rads. He gets near me, I'm taking damage like right So it's another good reason to have a bed at each one of these loot towns. You never know when you need a marker on your compass up there. Oh, we got a crazy right there. So I guess the mobs are just kind of off-centered here. They're definitely not at the rabbit. They're off to the side. They're taking a lot of damage there. Get too far away. It's disintegrating. I got a lot of med kits. I don't have a lot of rad pills though. Ooh. Alright, so that might be our green key card. Hopefully. Pretty sure we're in the green biome. Now I guess we're just gonna have to find a loot crate around here to find out. Of course I won't find one now. So kiting those things in the dark through the woods is pretty hard. Luckily I know my base, my loot bag, my spawn bag is right over here. The compass is really good in combination with those. Just know you can only have 5 at any one time. I'm going to keep my 3 around this ring road until I'm done looting all of the ring road. And maybe all the key cards that I need. So where is it? This way? 80 meters. I can't even see it, you know, but I know it's this way. Alright, I can see it now. This flashlight, by the way, is the only thing you want to use at nighttime. I guess the torch will get you by, but... Alright, everything's put up. Now, hopefully... I'm going to go back and find that blue saw, because I have one here, but it's half health. The other one I have is full health. Now, I just found this out, and before I explain this, the durability on these things goes down, I guess, whenever you're crafting maybe near here, or something that requires the workbench. It definitely goes down when I was crafting a bunch of the garden beds. Crafted a bunch of these. I took note of the numbers. Crafted like over 10 of those. The numbers definitely went down. Now, this garden bed doesn't have a quality on it. Like, see, gray, white, blue. The garden beds don't have that. So I'm thinking I should have taken these out to craft that. That way I'm not hurting my tools. But I wanted to check something here because last time I crafted here, I crafted this hazmat jacket and it gave me a gray one. And I was like, why is it gray? I thought I was crafting white stuff before. And I looked in here and I noticed my tools are pretty much all gray. So I looked around and I was like, oh, I have a blue saw. And I actually have another vise down at the desert base, which I'm going to go look at. And it might be a better quality than this, so I'll switch that out. But we're going to craft another hazmat jacket here as an experiment to see if we can get a better quality than our gray one. And I could probably use a backup hazmat jacket anyways. So we're going to craft this and see if we can get a better one with our blue saw in there. Run away from the tool bench again. I'm sure these tools do something, and I'm not sure what. It doesn't seem to increase the radius here. Go to skin daylight. So, put this stuff back up. Gray. Maybe you just need more of them. Radiation 10. Radiation 10. No, maybe you just need see, I only have 3 tools out of 6 it seems, and one's gray, one's white, and one's blue. But I'm definitely going to take these out of here so I don't break them. I don't have any more wrenches. I found one more crescent wrench. I just started finding some more of those, so maybe that's just the start of finding more of that stuff. And this is actually, I skipped this one on accident because it was dark. This is actually that small one I call the school. It's close to the one I call the factory and my other little loot base. It has a big radiation bubble, but it's, as you can see, it's pretty weak radiation. There's not a ton of loot here, but like I said, seems to be a lot of schematics in this area. Of course, they're not going to give me any schematics when I'm filming. They're just going to give me cardboard boxes. You should be able to get this whole one without using any rad pills at all. There, that's the boxes we want right here. See schematics. Drop things out of the boxes so they respawn. Here's another one of those ones. So, there we go. Scrap this cloth is good. Yes, scrap this. Those, and I'll scrap that. Trash? Not trash. We're just gonna get out of rads. This has a huge radiation bubble, which kind of sucks, and definitely going to take some damage, but we're just going to use med kits to save the rad pills. Alright, are we out of it? I want the flashlight. I want the torch too. Alright, let's hop over to our loot base. Should be right over here. Checking all these spawns now for robots. Some of them are not where you would think they would be. What can we drop? Here, I think I can learn 10 wall, right? And you can actually, since I already have these, we'll just learn these two. They're gonna give me a bunch of XP, I think. Not a bunch. Robot. So I guess there are mobs that are pretty close to this rad town. Never seen a robot this close though. Why doesn't he want to fight me? Yeah, so it's a very easy way to get that metal. They seem to drop that pretty commonly. The key card is definitely an uncommon drop. Here, we're gonna run in here and just use up our remaining rads. See if we can catch a box or two. What I really am looking out for is a box that is locked. I really want to find another one of those, because I think I know how to open them now. See, this might not have respawned because I was in here so recently. Can't get over there. That's cool. Out of here before we die. Alright, yeah, so it's too soon for that. That one little box in there kind of sucks. It seems like that claw is blocking it. Really want to find one of these locked crates. Need my rad pills, man. See if we can just run through and spot any kind of construction boxes, since we know what they look like now. Kill that robot. He definitely looks different. One of the green one was green. This one's kind of like a moss green kind of color. So I guess they get a bit of radiation for a little bit. Scrap the crap. Alright, let's get to this loot base over here. Pretty sure this is where I left that blue saw. I want to get that. So I did actually restart a second ago. I didn't completely restart the game, but I did log out of the server and back in, because I wanted to test and see if the food crate boxes will fix themselves. It seems that once you loot them, when they respawn, they're just empty little slots. Now that's new to me. I don't know why that's all of a sudden happening. I don't know if there's like a quick patch, because I mean I was getting a lot of meds out of there, but it was basically the only way to get rad pills. And I mean rad pills basically just speed up the looting, I guess. You can do all this looting without them. So I'm going to call this the Mosslands. I don't know why, it just seems a little mossy. So we have the Greenland, we have the Mosslands here, and we have the desert, which I guess we can call the Sandlands. Now I have a key card from the Sandlands, and now I have one from the Greenlands, and the robots definitely look different. This is a little bit bluer tinge of a green, and we're in the Mosslands, so I'm thinking I get a different key card from these robots. No key card. I wonder what that electrical scrap's gonna be for. Crafting all the electrical stuff, I assume. Alright, we are really high on rads. So let's look at the map. Actually, let's re-equip our compass because we logged off. Alright. Okay, yeah, that's north. We want to go south. So we want to go on the other side of this rad town. Now I have a key card that I think goes to the Greenlands. Thought I saw a crate over here. So I want to get back in the Greenlands. I also kind of want to test this out, which I'll probably do off camera. I just really would like to find a crate to open up with my new key card. There should be some food over here. I should be able to loot this now. Yeah, so it must be a bug. I wonder if that's because it's new. I don't think it's been happening. Yeah, see, we're getting rad pills now. It's nice. It's probably one of the nicest things you can really get. I have so many of these. What's that way up there? That's one, isn't it? That's not going to be our Greenland one. Is this what I mean by being able to like zoom in? Oh shit, I just lost sight of it, huh? Was that one? Or was that like an optical illusion? Like the tip of a tree or something? We will go look, because we are on the hunt for one. Now, we also need to figure out if these keycard crates spawn along the road, around monsters, around POIs, or just randomly in the biome anywhere, like in the deep of the woods. Because that could make a big difference in trying to find one. They seem pretty in-game. I mean, it's a rare drop off a robot. Yeah, what do we got back here? I knew I saw something. Watch us be in the Mossland still. It's looking like we might be in the green biome, maybe. I guess you can tell by maybe the bottom here. Watch us step like right into the desert. I got a key card. Whoa. Thought that was like a POI thing. I have a key card for the desert one back at base. I think I'm keeping it at desert base now. Alright, so what do we got here? So I think the way to open these, see missing key card, you actually have to put it out here and take it out. We might have to drop some stuff. So I have it equipped now. You can't see it, but hold E. Alright. 3 rat toes. Wow. Alright. There must be some really good RNG loot in that. So I guess we are in the Greenlands. This is my new key card. I wish there was a map right here. And it looks like we are like off the beaten path here, so maybe they don't just spawn on the roads. So if I want to go keycard hunting, I should just probably walk straight through just anywhere I can get like a really good vantage point over a lot of the Greenland biome. That might be a mineable rock way out there. See, the Drodisons are pretty good in this game. I like that. That's my base. Holy crap, that is... It's over 1,000 meters. It's not coming up on the compass. That's main base. Alright, so I think we're gonna call the video right there. I want to check out this other antenna maybe in the next video, because we are going to head to I think there's another antenna somewhere. It's behind these trees here. Here, we'll get up on the hill here and show you. Alright. So, I don't know if it's loading in. There it is. There's another antenna right there. And what this is there's like kind of like a little hidden loot area, town POI thing. Not really town. There. And it's under a radar tower, so I think in the next video I'm going to bring you guys to that POI. Now hopefully it's as rewarding as it has been. Unlike this video, these rad towns were not as rewarding as they have been. So we'll check that out in the next video, and we might even check out some electrical stuff now that we have a wiring tool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all the electrical stuff from the vendor, but we might be able to hook some stuff up and see what we can do with that. So if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button, and stay tuned. Thanks for watching. It looks like we found another keycard crate on the run home here, which is awesome. I knew there was a bunch in the Greenlands here, so we equipped the keycard. Just go up and hold E. Wrong key card. What? What the fuck do you mean wrong key card? So what, do I need like a new key card every time or something? See, this has a code on it now. See, the last one when I opened something, it had a code on it. What does that mean? If anyone knows what the hell is up with those key cards, please let me know in a comment.